Hey guys, Valentine's Day is almost here and I wanted to arm you with a very romantic, festive dessert that I know you're gonna love. It's my chocolate molten lava cake. I love this dessert because it is so elegant, so delicious, and so easy to put together. Don't be intimidated by them, they're easier than you think, and I'm gonna share with you my foolproof recipe. So we're first going to start with a 4-cup Pyrex pitcher. I love these Pyrex pitchers because you can actually create lots of batters in them and then they're all ready to go and you can pour it right into your ramekin and not have to take out a ladle. They also go right in the microwave, which is also nice as well. Then to make this recipe even easier, we're going to work with chocolate chips. I love to use the chips here because that saves us a step of having to chop the chocolate. I also like to use the semi-sweet chocolate chips because if you taste one, you'll see they're actually quite sweet. So that also saves us a step of having to add sugar to the recipe. Then we're going to add some butter. We're going to take 5 tablespoons of butter and pop it on top of the chips. Then we're going to microwave this mixture in 30-second increments. And you want to make sure that you take a fork and kind of mix it up each time you microwave it. You don't want to skimp this step because the smoother the mixture, the smoother your molten lava will be. So you definitely want to take the time to make sure that your chocolate is nice and melted. I also like to add a half a teaspoon of instant coffee. Now this is the instant coffee, the kind that you can actually add hot water to and actually create drinkable coffee. It's not the coffee grounds. So you want to take the instant coffee and just stir it into that hot chocolate. It'll dissolve and it'll create a really nice depth of flavor. Anytime I'm working with chocolate, I always like to add a little bit of instant coffee because it does sort of take the sweetness down of that semi-sweet and turn it into something a lot more sophisticated. And then you're also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir that up, and now we're going to add our eggs. So you want to add 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. Give that a stir, and then the final step is just to add our flour. So we don't want to add a lot of flour to these cakes because we really want them to be dense and fudgy and delicious. So they only take a 1/4 cup of flour. And that's it, our batter is done. Now we're going to prepare our ramekins. Now here's another tip for you. Because this is a dessert that we are actually going to flip over and invert, it really helps to have a pretty shaped ramekin that will create a nice sized cake. And I really love using these 6-ounce custard cups because they go in the oven and when you flip them over, you'll see they create a nice little dome. If you want to know where to get these ramekins, they're pretty affordable and I put a link in the description. So we're going to take these ramekins and we are going to spray them with some cooking spray. Now I have tried it with melted butter and it just does not work the same. So in this instance, you really kind of got to use the cooking spray. And if you can find the baking spray, even better. And then we are going to pour in our batter about 2/3 of the way full. Now here's the other genius part of these ramekins. They come with these little plastic tops. So if you really want to be a domestic genius, you will have this done all in advance. And then when it comes time for dessert, all you have to do is pop them in the oven. So the fact that they come with these little lids, you just pop the lids on and voila, you put it in your fridge and it is all ready to go. Then when it comes time to bake your cakes, you're going to take the ramekins out of the refrigerator. You're going to take the tops off them, put them on a cookie sheet. This will just make it easier to take in and out of the oven. And you're going to pop them in a preheated oven that is at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, here's the other tip. You do not want to overbake your cakes or you're not going to have that delicious runny center that we are after. So set that timer for 10 minutes exactly. And you also want to make sure that if your oven is running a little hot, and sometimes ovens will do that, keep an eye on them because when they're really done, the other sign that you'll know is they'll still be a little bit concave. If they start to puff up, that means they're cooking too much in the centers. So you really want to pull them out when they're set and the little centers are still a little bit concave. That means that those centers are still running. That's what you want. So while they're cooling, you want to get together all of the things you're going to need to assemble your desserts. Some fresh raspberries, a shaker of powdered sugar, and of course our vanilla ice cream. Then when the ramekins are cool enough to handle, take your dessert plate, pop it on top of the ramekin, and then take the whole thing and flip it over. Then, because we used our cooking spray, you will see when you lift up that ramekin, those cakes should just pop right out. We're going to dust them with some powdered sugar, garnish with a fresh raspberry, and then place a nice healthy scoop of vanilla ice cream along the side. And there you have it, a really delicious, romantic, sophisticated dessert that anybody would love to have on Valentine's Day. And then when your special someone goes to cut into that cake, you will see it'll be light and spongy on the outside and oozy and chocolatey on the inside. The vanilla ice cream is also a nice complement to lap up all of that chocolate sauce. It's like having a chocolate cake and a chocolate sundae all in one. I hope you guys give this one a try. It's easier than you think, and you too will make a big impression on somebody this Valentine's Day. And if you don't have anybody special in your life this Valentine's Day, that is okay. I had years like that too. Instead, why don't you go down the hall and grab that neighbor, your coworker, your best girlfriend, and make these cakes. Because I tell you, Valentine's Day is for everybody, and you will be happy you did. So sending all my love to all of you, and I will see you back here next week when we are going to tackle spaghetti and meatballs. It is my 4-generation recipe coming from all of my favorite Italian women in my life. So I will see you back here then. Bye.